I was one of those children who always said they wanted to be a doctor when they grew up. I was a weird kid who was obsessed with my pediatrician's office, would ask him a million questions, and the interest just continued to grow from there. In high school and undergrad, I began shadowing physicians and really seeing what the career entailed. My interest and passion for it continued to grow as I grew.
Awesome. So, since the age of 4, you said, I'm going to be a doctor, and here we are. No bumps along the road.
Oh, lots of bumps along the road, for sure. I would say that high school was very smooth for me. It wasn't really until undergrad where I started having challenges academically and just being challenged. I realized that my standardized test taking skills really needed some work. And so that was really where challenges in that area began. And I had to push through that in many different areas throughout medical training to get to the end of the road.
Yeah, standardized testing is, definitely something that gives a lot of people struggles. And the unfortunate reality of it is we have so many standardized tests we have to take along the way before we finally
Absolutely.
become board certified.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so how did the struggles with standardized testing affect you and your goals of becoming a physician?
I think the main thing that was challenging is that many of my advisors along the way kind of tried to advise me out of medicine because test taking was a challenge.
Mhm.
And to have people whose job is to guide your career tell you if you can't take standardized tests well, you won't be able to be a doctor. And so I think that was the challenge is people that were supposed to help guide me were actually encouraging me to look at other careers outside of medicine. I'm a woman of faith, so I had to really depend on God and my faith and my family and just that willpower inside of myself to tell myself that no, I can make it through this. I can figure out this challenge. It's going to be hard and that's okay.
Well, getting that inner courage to just keep at it despite everybody else telling you no is really amazing. So I definitely applaud you for that.
Thank you. I mean, I don't take credit. I definitely did all I could do in my own strength, but I 100% say that it was God that brought me through. Now I'm like here to encourage anybody else who is having trouble or struggling. I'm like, you can do it. You don't have to have a traditional path. You don't have to do all the things just like everyone else. There's a path for everybody to make it through this.
Mhm. So then you got into medical school.
So the story of getting into medical school is interesting. When I was in undergrad and took the MCAT, I didn't score well on the MCAT. And so I started looking into alternative ways to get into medical school. A friend of mine who was a year ahead of me went to a medical post-baccalaureate program. And so that's what I did. The program was phenomenal for me. It was what I needed. It's like an intensive MCAT study program that helps you to prepare to matriculate to medical school. It was intense, but it was amazing because you had this cohort of people all doing the same thing in this small program. I was able to retake the MCAT after that program and gain entrance into medical school. And I was blessed with a full ride scholarship to medical school. So
Nice.
it all worked out the way it was supposed to work out, although it didn't look the way I thought it would look as I look back on it, and is what I needed at that time.
That's amazing because after you did that, you got a full ride to med school.
Yes, yes. And the thing about that is I wanted to be in med school in California. That was always my dream. And when I did not get accepted to med schools in California, I was devastated. I tell the story of applying to 20 medical schools and getting one acceptance letter, just having that devastation of going to the mailbox 19 times and opening up rejection letters. And I got that one acceptance letter. And a month later, I got the full ride scholarship letter to that one
Wow.
medical school. So again, I just say it's God. And then what's even more amazing is my dream of going to training in California actually happened in residency. So it all works out, but it looks different than I imagined it would look. It wasn't as easy as I thought that I hoped it would be, but I can look back and say it was a beautiful journey. And now I just appreciate being in this position so much more.
For us, by us, and just for us, this is hope for med.